Brenda, CiTR Station Manager. Welcome to our Alumni Weekend. We're very excited to have you outside the station, and we'll be giving you tours later this afternoon. But this video will have a number of CiTR people introducing different special projects that we're working on. One of those projects that we didn't highlight in the video is the fact that Selena Cremond, our CanCon coordinator, was hired to do videos and other stuff like that to support local musicians and the work we do around the station, and the grant was paid for by the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and we've gotten 3 other grants in the last 3 or 4 years that have enabled us to do live broadcasting manuals, live broadcasts of the North American Out Games, and we just got another one to help revamp our tracking and reporting systems and higher tech support. So enjoy the video.
Hi, my name is Robin. I'm the program manager at CiTR Radio. Right now I've been working on student-run programming, trying to get up our numbers of all student-run programs at the station. Also working on a reporting system, an all-in-one reporting system for the station. In terms of student-run programming, right now we're at about a quarter of all our programs being student-run. So over the next few years we're trying to get to around 50%, and that's a great way to introduce students into the mix, and it's already so great to see students and community members mixing around the station and sharing their knowledge. In terms of the reporting system, the wish list here is to have an all-in-one system that's capable of bringing in all the plays that we do in terms of public service announcements, advertisements, promos, digital library spins, as well as spins from CD, vinyl, and what have you, and being able to spit out a report at the end in terms of what's being played at the station.
I think it's possible for me to get my hand stuck in here if I reach far enough. Now it's not even working at all, which is really sad.
It's not good. She'll be dearly missed.
She will be dearly missed. Hi, I'm Zara. I'm the president of the student executive at CiTR.
And I'm Natasha, and I'm a volunteer coordinator and student exec.
Yeah, so this year we're really pushing for student engagement, as CiTR always is. We have a lot of students involved with the station and helping us out with volunteer work. Last year was our first year doing the 24 hours of student power, and it was really successful, and we're going to try it again this term with starting out with the 12 hours of student power first. So that's coming up, and we're really excited about that to get more students on campus involved with CiTR. This year we have jumped from 9% to 25% student programmers, so we're super stoked on that, and it's really great for the station.
Zoe Poet. And we thought that it was necessary to hire someone like her and have someone like her on staff to ensure that our volunteers were being served. And her hard work made a huge impact. We also have weekly volunteer drop-in sessions that gives them a chance to pretty much get acquainted with our CiTR family here. And we are also throwing monthly training workshops to help our volunteers develop some skills.
Love you. How's our heart?
And you know all the songs are safe.
Hi, my name is Duncan. I'm the host of Duncan's Donuts, and I'm also the curator of this here Pop Alliance compilation that came out last year. So a couple of years ago, I had the idea of putting together a compilation for the fund drive. It's something that a lot of DJs do, but it's always just a burned CD. And so I teamed up with a couple of other pop DJs here at the station and pulled together 10 bands and asked them for tracks rather than just stealing their tracks. And so we made that into a CDR. I made a cover for it that replaced the 3 of us with the Beatles on the cover of Rubber Soul, and had all the bands kind of splattered throughout. The next year, or the next summer, Mint Records approached us. Mint Records was born right here at CiTR Radio. Randy and Bill were volunteers here. That's how they met. And I'm friends with Sheena, who works over there. And she had the idea that Mint could partner with us to actually put out a vinyl copy of another Pop Alliance compilation. Last February, this record came out. It was a grand success. I think everyone's really happy. It's the first time CiTR put out a vinyl compilation, so it was a kind of a nice milestone. And we're doing it again. So Mint is up for it again, they're going to help us out with it, and we've got 14 bands this time, even more bands, and it's going to be timed perfectly with the fund drive next February. So the record's being pressed right now. It's going to show up early next year, and then we're going to have it at the finale party. We're just waiting on artwork right now. What's that? Artwork's ready? What? Special package from London, England? So Melanie Coles, who used to host Sup World now, has moved to London, and we asked her to come up with artwork, and I haven't seen this yet. This is the first we've seen it. It's the new Pop Alliance cover. Very cool. So yeah, thank you, Melanie. Thanks to all the bands that have donated in the past and who have donated for this album. And thanks especially to Mint Records, because they've been amazing champions of this project.
Hey, my name is Brad. I'm the technical coordinator here at the station. My project right now is the digital library. So the digital library is like an ongoing project. We have like 30,000 CDs or so to digitize. We're at 4,000 right now is the progress, so there's a bit of a ways to go.
As of right now, we are up to 34,459 CDs in this library. See, I've been doing this for a few months at this point, and I personally digitized about this much, like just these.
It comes out the bottom if it's rejected, but if it works, then it comes out the front.
Another reject.
We're sent it to repairs like twice. If we had an army of volunteers working day in, day out, and babysitting Jack, we might be able to pull it off in a decade. And now with the digital library set up, we're going to have some sort of tagging system and an intake system too, so that bands can now submit digitally. I mean, with the way things are going with the internet, people releasing stuff just online, it'd be great to set it up so that that's as easy as possible for people, and then we can integrate it with our library just as we do now. Like, just as we get independent CDs, we're going to get more and more digital content to be available in the booth.
The actual festival itself, or what do you think the new sub is going to be like in the new CiTR building?
I hope there's some temperature control. I hope we get to pick our own temperatures. It's always cold in here and it's always hot in the Discorder office and in Studio A.
At CiTR, our hosts choose the music.
I normally wear a shirt.
That means our
The whole new student union building process began in 2007. Where students went to referenda because they wanted a new student space. What that means for CiTR is every couple of weeks CiTR is being called in for meetings to make sure that the space is adequate for them. So here we have the new student union building. This is where the current student union building is. And we have the aquatic center right here. And this will be the future alumni center. So it'll go right in between there. It'll go right in between all three, on top of the knoll. So half the knoll will be on the outside and half will be on the inside. And the new pit pub will be inside the knoll, brewing its own beer too. As you see, the building is built around the knoll where there's seating. And at the bottom level here, the lower level, CiTR will be there. So if someone wants to go grab a bite to eat, they'll have to pass CiTR. If somebody wants to go to the pit, they'll be passing CiTR. So it's right in the heart of this wonderful building, which will be essentially the center of campus for students. If you see, there aren't any long hallways like this where, you know, they're just doorways all the way along. There's the lounge connected by all the offices in an open office concept. You will have the Discorder, you will have the station manager's office, programming coordinators, music directors, and then all the way at the back where people don't need to get to as often, you will have the music library where you will have the CDs and LPs all connected together, and essentially our digital library as well. Now, in the event that CiTR wanted to have, you know, a concert or band or a group play, they would actually be able to remove the folding doors and play outwards towards the entire sub and have, you know, a couple hundred, 300 or so people, 400 or so people watching in the concourse, rocking out. So there is a huge opportunity for CiTR to be not only central to campus in broadcasting, but also in live shows.